Okay, and this. All right, so here's your. We're gonna mount it, and then we're gonna wire it. That's gonna be just fine. All right, there it is. Kind of looks like I had some extra house paint left over, so I went ahead and got me some rollers and I painted the Geo Tracker with the house paint. I'm just kidding. That's not what happened at all. So anyway, this is kind of what it looks like if it was going down the road or you saw it in a parking lot, that kind of stuff. So it's looking pretty nice. So I like it. It's coming out pretty nice, pretty good. So doesn't look like your typical tracker, that's for sure. So nice. That's almost 6 inches total lift right there. So you can see that cargo net poking through. You can see those new seat covers. That's all pretty cool. So let's take a look inside and see what it looks like. It might be too dark. All right, welcome back to the channel. This is just going to be a quick update. We just pretty much finished up the interior mods over about 4 or 5 chapters, and we're just going to do a quick update and a walk around where our progress is right now. So as you can see here, she's looking pretty good. You see that winch on the front, lights up on top, aluminum diamond plate target top on it. It's all been painted. It's all been lifted up. It's got a body lift on it. If you can notice, I'm going to put a picture up here that before we started with it, and you'll see that how the lift has changed since the last time it was photographed. So this is the interior now. Remember, we put the door panels on, and now we got our new floor mats in there. We pressure washed this carpet really good. You got it nice and clean, so it looks good. It smells so much better in here. So even lined our cup holders on the bottom. That seems to be a trendy thing. So gun racks in the back, got speakers and stuff in there. Got our cargo net. We got our D-rings for our cargo nets in there as well. So these seat covers really make this thing jump really good. So going around to the back, one of the things I keep forgetting to point out is these wheels are actually Bud wheels, typical standard Bud wheels that are usually bright polished aluminum and very shiny. I really wanted to tone that down. So what's going on here is it's a paint product that I got off of Amazon. It's called Black Chrome, and basically what it does is the more coat you put on, the darker the wheel gets. But this way it reduces a lot of the reflection and stuff that you would normally, expect from one of these shiny Bud wheels. So back swing gate, tailgate, the lift gate for the hardtop with new struts, both sides. We did our box, and originally I was going to put a piece of carpet in here, and I ordered a piece of carpet, and it came out a lot shaggier than I had expected. I really didn't want the shag carpet, so I went back and I found me another floor mat that fit back here pretty good, pretty inexpensive as well. And we're gonna talk about a few of these prices and stuff, because I never really did a build sheet on this thing, or cost sheet or cost analysis or any of that kind of stuff, but we're going to kind of do that a little bit in our heads. So it has a bronze kind of a look to it. It actually offsets and goes really well with the paint. And the paint, again, is rattle can. This is all rattle can. I will change this in 2 weeks if I want to. I'll go to green, or I'll go to brown, or I'll go to black, or I'm going to put camo on it or something like that. But that's the cool thing about it, because when we take these out, what happens is they're going to get scuffed and scratched up a lot. We run mostly at night, and if you've ever chased a coyote at night across the desert, you're gonna hit a bush or two. You might zing off of a cactus. You might even fall off into a wash somewhere or scrape up against that. So chasing these guys are fast as hell. So anyway, so that's what we did there, was to kind of get the colors down, was with that black chrome. So here's the other side, door panel, cool red window cranks, gotta have them, cool red window cranks. So, and our red dome light that we have up here, if I can get that to work. There we go, cool red dome light. Can't forget the cool red dome light. Yeah, cool red dome light. So anyway, let's talk a little bit about some of the costs associated with this, because like I said, this wasn't a very expensive build at all. This is mostly labor intensified. So we put a winch on. That winch that's on there is a 4,500 pound winch. It came from Amazon. I think I paid, I think because I had some points on a card or something, I got this thing for like 110 bucks. 110 bucks for that winch, and it's generally, I think, is like 130, 140 dollars for it. So, but we got that fairly cheap, fairly inexpensive. And then our light up on top. Those lights up on the top of this thing, they're on Amazon for, I think they're like $50 for those things. So when I got it, it already had a Cal Mini lift on it. We just highlighted it with red because I didn't have any blue paint. That's really all it is. It's red because I didn't have any blue paint. And because I had red paint and I painted it red, then I had to go with red as my other color for the interior. But these nylon bumper tabs right here that you see, you get a bag of 40 of these for like $8, you know, $6-8, something like that. You know, these switches, you're gonna get a box of these switches. There's 6 of them. They come already with the pre-wiring on them, so you don't have to deal with that kind of stuff. They fit right into these compartments perfectly. And, you know, of course they work fine. That's the winch right there. This is the backup light, and this is the shop light up front. So we'll look at the shop light. I call it a shop light. I'm sure it has a really cool name. Some people call them alien lights, but this is a shop light. That's what it looks like. They're on all of them, except all my trackers except for one. And there's your light in the back for your backup light, reverse light. So that's what those switches are for. And then under the hood, there's an air compressor to air up your tires and stuff. There's an electric fan that I added. So that requires other toggle switches, and that's those that you see over here. So I did not put an amplifier in this. I do have a 400 watt amp, but with those speakers that we have in the back, those speakers are 260 watt speakers. They're marine grade. I've had this thing buried in mud up to there, so I hope that they come out okay. So those were only like $42, $43 for those speakers. And of course, you know, I had some red paint, so I painted the white grills on them, but they work great. And that Alpine stereo system right there, it's already got a little amp on it. It's only 50 watt amp, but for inside this little tin can, that's really all that you need. So they've got that. These inserts right here, they didn't cost anything. They just took some oat for them on the phone, hit them with some clear, let it get hard, and then painted them some red. That was it. That's all we did to it. The bulbs for our red tail light, or our dome light rather, you know, you got 4 of them for like 10 bucks. You got a cargo net for like $17. You got floor mats for, I believe, 23. These switches that we talked about, the whole set of 6, was only $12, $13. Seat covers, I think, were $19 or $20 on Amazon. This mat that we have in the back was, I think this was $22 or $23 as well. It's real thin, but it's flexible. And what I'm trying to do is protect this felt that I have on the box. You start sliding your ice chest in and out and your gear in and out, you're gonna wear that down pretty fast. This right here, I get it all muddy, I get it nasty. We can take it right out and hose it off. You know, shake it off, we're done. Same with those seat covers that we got. We didn't just get the seat covers because they were red. We got the seat covers because they're machine washable. We can wash these things off. And you know, you guys know what I'm talking about. If you're playing in the mud, you know, in Arizona, mud is pretty rare. So when we do get a little bit of rain, that's the first thing we do is go find the biggest damn mud hole we can and try to get stuck. And these things become a mess. Well, it's great that I can just pull those rubber floor mats out and take these seat covers off. and the back, the deck cover, and hose them off or throw them in the wash machine. Let them air dry. You guys an update on that kind of stuff? Kind of give you an idea of what these things cost. It was mostly labor. This has been mostly labor so far. So, you know, anybody can really do this. This is called EVA foam that we did the door panels out of, and we did the back panels the same way. And you get that, a roll of that at Harbor Freight. So you go to Harbor Freight and you get a roll of that. I think it's like 18 bucks or something like that, and that'd cover it. So, and then here is, instead of a cigarette lighter, what I have here is a power inverter. This is a 150 watt power inverter. Again, I think this is like $25, maybe $25. But I can hook up cameras, I can hook up cell phones, I can plug in, you know, an adapter, a laptop, I can plug in a drill, I can plug in a grinder, those kinds of things. Anything that will operate off of 150 watts, I can plug in. So I have cameras sitting up here in the dash, you know, somewhere on the dash, or I was thinking about making something come down so it would be right about there. And that way you'd get the same view that the driver is getting from your camera shots. So all these things, they add up, but this isn't more than just a few $100s in expenses or costs, and that's it. And you got your little tracker. And it's a good looking little tracker. So it goes anywhere, does just about anything I wanted to do. And the most important thing is that it's always brought me home. That's the thing about these things. They'll take me out there and they'll bring me home. And that's what's important. So anyway, I just wanted you to see it. Get you caught up on it, because I know a lot of you that follow the channel have been watching this series for a while. I'm going as fast as I can go to get her all done, but I need to give you an update. What's coming up next is under the hood. Real nice, and the contrast of the colors. You know, the Calmini lift system is jumping from underneath. So you're gonna remember this when you see this on the trail or even going down the road. So anyway, it's been fun, it's been interesting. I have a few more things I need to do with it, and I will keep you updated on it. Anyway, thanks for watching. You know, hey, please subscribe if you like this kind of stuff. If this is doing something for you, or it's interesting, if the off-road and the adventures we take or do, go ahead and subscribe. You know, ring that bell or something, hit a like. You know, view it, share it, show it to somebody else. But these things are a lot of fun. They're easy to work on and build. Hard-working little engine right there. Very simple, nothing complicated on these things at all. So that's it. There's a 1994 Geo Tracker for you. Painted the same color as my house. That's ironic.